Yo, what's good, guys? I'm gonna show you how to sound like Playboi Carti on the song Sky. Vocal template, super easy, stock plugins only, so you can do this at home. Let's go. I recorded my vocals singing the song Sky by Playboi Carti and then mixed them to sound like the original song. And I'm gonna show you how to do it using only stock plugins. It is possible. And if you don't believe me, I'm about to break it down and show it to you. If you want, you can download the template in the description. I got it for a lot of DAWs, so check it out. It's not just for Logic, but that's what I use. So let's get into it. First, I'll show you what my vocals sound like with no mixing and show you how bad it sounds and then what we're able to turn it into. Here it is with nothing. So if your vocals sound like that, guess what? You're in luck. You're going to make them sound good. This is what it sounds like when it's fully mixed. Just to show you, here we go. Hats on my boy, go roll like 10 blunts from me. Hats on my boy, go roll like 10 blunts from me. I'm trying to get high till I can't feel nothing. Alright, so if you want that, let's break it down. I'll start step by step. I'll turn everything off. So the first plugin, just a gain plugin. It's deactivated, but it's for if you buy the template. You can turn your recording up or down to match where mine is so you fit into my chain appropriately, but it's not on. It's not doing any processing. So our first real plugin here is the pitch correction plugin from Logic. It's our auto tune. I got a response time of 1.71 milliseconds, 10-second tolerance. Very heavy auto tune, not all the way up though. A little bit of tolerance to let you sound a little bit more humanistic, but there it is. You can copy it if you want. It's just some auto tune. For every plugin I'm going to pull up here, if you want, pause the video and copy the settings exactly, or just download the template. But here it is with just the auto tune, the pitch correction. All right, cool. Then we're going into the channel EQ. There it is. If you want the settings, they're down below. Just rolling off some lows, couple mid boosts, which I don't normally do, but this vocal had it. It feels like it was recorded in the control room or something with like a Shure microphone. So I had to kind of get that sound. Little dip here in the upper mids and a top end boost. Nothing too insane, but definitely not what we're normally seeing. Here it is. Okay, then we're going into our compressor. First compressor, Studio FET. There's the settings. Boom, just some 4:1 ratio, 13 millisecond attack, 32 millisecond release. Wash the needle. Hats on my boy, go roll like 10 blunts from me. Hats on my boy, go roll like 10 blunts from me. I'm trying to get high till I can't feel nothing. So now the vocal's right in our face. That's where most of the heavy lifting for the compression is coming. Then we're going into another compressor, Vintage Opto. There's the settings, 1.8:1 ratio, super low ratio. Just doing a little vocal glue. Wash the needle. Hats on my boy, go roll like 10 blunts from me. Hats on my boy, go roll like 10 blunts from me. I'm trying to get high till I can't feel nothing. Then our de-esser 2. This is our de-esser. There it is, copy it. Just taming the S's. Nothing too exciting here. Hats on my boy, go roll like 10 blunts from me. Hats on my boy, go roll like 10 blunts from me. I'm trying to get high till I can't feel nothing. Alright, then we go into the exciter. Add silver preset, but I changed it. We're at 9400 hertz. There's the settings. Pretty excessive saturation, but that's how we got the sound. Hats on my boy, go roll like 10 blunts from me. Hats on my boy, go roll like 10 blunts from me. I'm trying to get high till I can't feel nothing. Alright, then we go into our tube EQ. Pultec style EQ. There's all the settings. I like to boost the top and the lows and then also cut the tops and the lows. Sounds counterintuitive and counterproductive, but it's a Pultec trick. If you know, you know. Creates a unique curve. Here we go. Here's what it sounds like. Hats on my boy, go roll like 10 blunts from me. Hats on my boy, go roll like 10 blunts from me. I'm trying to get high till I can't feel nothing. This vocal is extremely mid-forward, and that's one of the plugins I use to get that sound. We're going into another compressor to kind of glue it all together finally. Studio VCA. There are our settings. Turn the mix knob down a little bit. Yeah, wash the needle. Hats on my boy, go roll like 10 blunts from me. Hats on my boy, go roll like 10 blunts from me. I'm trying to get high till I can't feel nothing. Then we're going into another channel EQ. You can see I kind of do this in steps, whether it's me refining as I go or it needing to be in this order to kind of, you know, slowly chip away at it, or maybe both, but there's the settings. Just a little dips in the mids, clean up, a little bit of top end boost, just a little clean up and some brightness. Here we go.
Hats on my boy, go roll like 10 blunts from me. Hats on my boy, go roll like 10 blunts from me. I'm trying to get high till I can't feel nothing.
And if you're thinking we got too much brightness here in that top end, you're right. I did that on purpose because now we're going into another de-esser and taming that. So we were able to get more brightness without it getting out of control. There's the settings. Here we go.
Hats on my boy, go roll like 10 blunts from me. Hats on my boy, go roll like 10 blunts from me. I'm trying to get high till I can't feel nothing.
So now it's nice and bright, but it's still tamed. Then finally, we're going into the multi-presser. Way too much to say, but here it is, copy it. I'm just using the middle, the number 2 and 3 bands. Just controlling the mids and putting them more tightly in your face. Here we go.
Hats on my boy, go roll like 10 blunts from me. Hats on my boy, go roll like 10 blunts from me. I'm trying to get high till I can't feel nothing.
So that was like the final glue / shaping of the tone. Yeah, then we're going to our sends down here. Bus 1, negative 4.7. It's a compressor, parallel compression. Here are our settings. Watch the needle, but remember it's in parallel, so it's not as much of a drastic change as you may think, but here we go.
Hats on my boy, go roll like 10 blunts from me. Hats on my boy, go roll like 10 blunts from me. I'm trying to get high till I can't feel nothing.
Okay, second send, bus 2, negative 22.4 flanger. I believe these are default settings. If not, copy them. Here we go. Just a little modulation on the vocal, giving it some space, so to speak.
Hats on my boy, go roll like 10 blunts from me. Hats on my boy, go roll like 10 blunts from me. I'm trying to get high till I can't feel nothing.
Bus 3, negative 27.2, ensemble, doubler preset. Don't think I changed anything. There it is. Doing the same idea as the last send, but with a different plugin.
Hats on my boy, go roll like 10 blunts from me. Hats on my boy, go roll like 10 blunts from me. I'm trying to get high till I can't feel nothing.
Bus 4, negative 13.5. Our room reverb. I'm using the Quantec Room Simulator Studio preset. I don't think I touched anything, but there it is.
Hats on my boy, go roll like 10 blunts from me. Hats on my boy, go roll like 10 blunts from me. I'm trying to get high till I can't feel nothing.
That really helps the vocal. It's very subtle. You might not notice it, but it really pushes it forward. I'm using more room reverb than I normally do. But like I said, this vocal feels like it was recorded in the control room. So you can see the vision now. Bus 5, negative 28.7, chroma verb. This is the dense room preset, but I changed the EQ. I'll hold my cursor over each point so you can copy the values down at the bottom. Pause it. Here's everything you need to know. Another room reverb, but doesn't really sound like one. It's a lot denser and dark. Here we go.
Hats on my boy, go roll like 10 blunts from me. Hats on my boy, go roll like 10 blunts from me. I'm trying to get high till I can't feel nothing.
Okay, bus 6, negative 21.8. Another reverb. I like to use a lot of reverbs to shape it, especially with this vocal. It had a specific sound that I needed that I couldn't get from one reverb, so I had to use a combination of multiple. Anyways, we're on the 2.2 second large choir hall. There's the settings if I changed any. Didn't use the output EQ. Yeah, here we go.
Hats on my boy, go roll like 10 blunts from me. Hats on my boy, go roll like 10 blunts from me. I'm trying to get high till I can't feel nothing.
Okay, bus 7 at 0.0. Once again, another reverb. Space Designer, 2.27 smooth vocal hall. There's the settings on the bottom. I did adjust the output EQ. Look at the values down underneath the graph. You can copy them if you want. And then this reverb is being compressed with the compressor. I'm using the Vintage Opto. Here are my settings if you want to copy them. I just needed to compress the reverb to get it to be more consistent and tight and to shape the envelope of it. Here we go.
Hats on my boy, go roll like 10 blunts from me. Hats on my boy, go roll like 10 blunts from me. I'm trying to get high till I can't feel nothing.
Cool, last effect. Send 8 at negative 28.4. We got the tape delay. It's just a quarter note delay, rolling off the lows and the highs, 15% feedback. There it is if you want. And then this send of the delay is being sent to the previous bus 7, at an amount of negative 18.1. So I'm putting that reverb on the delays, just to give it like a reverb / delay effect in one. Here it is with everything. Once again, Playboi Carti Sky. Templates available for download in the description. Fully customizable. Let's go. What are we talking about?
Hats on my boy, go roll like 10 blunts from me. Hats on my boy, go roll like 10 blunts from me. I'm trying to get high till I can't feel nothing.
There you go, Playboi Carti Sky. That's how you do it. Stock plugins. No games, no tricks, no gimmicks here. We're really breaking it down. Hopefully you'll learn something. If not, just download the template. What are we even talking about? I got it for Logic, FL, GarageBand, and Pro Tools. I know you probably use one of those. Cop the template. They're buy two, get one free if you use the code template. I got a ton. Let me know. Drop a comment. I'm not, you know what? I'll see y'all soon. Peace.